Well, I'm going to excursion here to see where the creek might go, and I'm headed down this road here, and the creek is way down over the bank, and I kind of wanted to know where the creek starts turning to the east, which would be that way more. So join me. I'm in the burn area where we had a fire last year here, and so this whole area here is spot here and there burned, and some places really totally. Looks like I got to the end of the road right here, and so I'm going to head off right straight that way and bushwhack, take a compass reading I think now to that ridge over there. Well, the creek's down there, and you can see it's pretty steep, so I'm going to have to go along the ridge probably, or maybe follow a trail down there if I want to get down to the creek. Well, I decided to follow the ridge. I don't know if you can tell how steep that is, but it's about 50 feet down there, and it's straight down right here. So I'm going to go follow the ridge up there and see if I can find a place to go down. If not, I'll have some good views maybe. Now you can see the river way down there, and I decided to go ahead and follow the ridge right here. If you go up and look at the ridge, you can see where it's burned on the other side too. And I'm going to head still north and follow the ridge because it's just too steep. Well, I'm practicing my orienteering skills. I got an arrow right there pointing to the direction I should go, and I am going to head down to the creek now. It's pretty steep down that way, but when I get down there I'm going to make a mark to show that I need to go up the hill right here. Okay, I'm at the bottom of the hill, and you can see my arrows are pointing up the hill the way I came. When I get up there, which is really steep, steeper than I thought, it's going to be real fun going up. There's another set of arrows pointing to the south, and coming around here, it's a lot cooler down in here because of all the shade and the trees, but the creek is right down there, and that's what I was after. Well, this is gorgeous. I'm right down where the creek is now, and I doubt hardly anyone ever comes down here because it's so rugged. The cliff is way up high up that way. I'm going to follow the creek on down. I got to make a mark right here that goes up that deer trail to my cliff, so I know when I get to this point that I turn and go up the hill. Well, that's what I just came through. No deer trail, no nothing. But down here by the creek, it looks a little bit better, for a while anyway. This is a place you don't want to take any chances. You don't want to jump over things, slide down things any more than you have to. If you're down here, no one would find you. I do have people that I told where I was at in general location, but good luck. Well, I'm headed that way, but I had to show you this very impressive cliff, which is really steep. I don't know, that's probably 100 feet or so. It is quite a face. There is a kind of a trail going up that way, but I'm going to stick to where I've been going so I don't get lost. But I had to show you this cliff. Well, I'm getting out of the burn area now, and I'm going to follow the creek a little bit right over there. But I think pretty soon it's going to turn and start heading east. I might not be down far enough yet. I've walked about a mile now so far. Wow, if that isn't such a gorgeous sight, I don't know what is. Nice, beautiful creek going through here. Good fishing right here in this hole, I would think. And I'm headed on that way. This is all virgin territory to me, maybe to most other people too. Well, I found where the creek heads east. It's right around the corner up there, which you probably can't see, but across the creek right there, it starts going to the right. And if you notice the ridge, I get my finger in there, comes down, and that's the gap right there where it starts going around. Pole Creek is another creek that comes down and feeds into it over there. So reached my destination. Now I just need to be able to get back. It's close to time to have something to eat, so I think I'll get up to high ground and have some coffee at least. But gorgeous country, no one else around, unless it might be a cougar or a bear or a coyote. Just people aren't this crazy to come down and stuff like this, I guess. But what gorgeous parts of the creek that I've never seen before. And good practice in orienteering with my compass and landmarks and other marks that I make. Well, I'm back to that cliff up there, but I just noticed, what a nice out of the way campsite area right here. This would be plenty of dead wood laying around, and just a nice area. No widowmakers above, water nearby. So I mean, if you really want to be out of it, this would be a place to go. Well, good news, I came back and I found my arrow pointing up the hill. So this is a point of departure. Up, up, and up. I came through that stuff there, so you can see why you really got to watch where you're going. Even though the creek is right by, you could go by the cliff up there and not even notice it. And so that's why you make marks like this along your trail. I wanted to show you how steep this is. Let me show you. The rock is still going down there. Still hasn't stopped. Finally stopped. Really steep. Once I got to the top up here, I also made a mark, an arrow pointing the way I should go. So I really made sure, in all accounts, just came up the cliff way down there. This is what the fire will do a lot of times, make holes where the trees have burned out, or the stumps, or the firefighters have taken out the tree. Good places to watch that you don't step into. Some are hidden though too. Well, I was starting to second guess myself, and I shouldn't. The rock outface is over there, kind of in the middle of the picture, and I saw my footprints over there, which is something else you should look for. And then I thought I made a branch going up, but instead I came through here and put the arrow on the ground with the rocks, and it's pointed that way, so I need to go that way. Well, if you're a tracker, this would be interesting. Here's the deer track, and then it goes and it's headed that way. I was headed that way, and the track is right at the tip of my boot right here, and so it shows that some deer came up from the creek or somewhere up that way after I'd went down to the creek. So there's a deer that way.